Budapest, the capital of Hungary, has a rich and complex history that spans thousands of years. The area that is now Budapest has been inhabited since ancient times, with the Celts and the Romans both leaving their mark on the region. The city as we know it today, however, was founded in the 9th century by the Magyars, the ancestors of the modern Hungarian people. They established a settlement on the banks of the Danube River, which they named Buda after the name of the nearby hill. Some top sights to see in Budapest are the Hungarian Parliament Building, a grand and impressive building that is the seat of the Hungarian National Assembly. The Parliament Building was designed by Imre Steindl and completed in 1902. It is the third largest parliament building in the world. It has 691 rooms, and it is home to the Hungarian crown jewels. The building is a fine example of the Gothic Revival style, and it is open to the public for guided tours. Buda Castle is a historic castle located on Castle Hill that offers great views of the city. The first royal palace was built on this site in the 14th century, and it has served as the main residence of Hungarian kings and queens for centuries. The palace was destroyed during World War II and rebuilt in the 1950s. St. Stephen's Basilica is a beautiful cathedral that is the largest church in Hungary. The St. Stephen's Basilica is named after the first king of Hungary, and it is the largest church in Budapest. The basilica was designed by József Kauser and completed in 1905. It is an impressive example of neoclassical architecture. The Széchenyi Thermal Baths is one of the most famous public baths in Europe, known for its beautiful architecture and hot springs. The Széchenyi Thermal Baths are the largest medicinal baths in Europe, and they feature several thermal pools, saunas, steam rooms, and massage services. The Chain Bridge is a historic bridge that connects Buda and Pest, offering great views of the Danube River. The Great Market Hall is a historic market hall that offers a variety of traditional Hungarian foods and souvenirs. The Jewish Quarter is a neighborhood known for its rich Jewish history, including the Dohány Street Synagogue, the largest synagogue in Europe. Many Hollywood movies have been filmed in Budapest over the years, due to the city's picturesque locations, historic buildings, and well-established film industry. Parts of the movie The Martian were filmed at the Hungarian Parliament Building and other locations in Budapest. Parts of the movie Inferno were filmed in the Hungarian National Museum and other locations in Budapest. Parts of the movie Atomic Blonde were filmed in Budapest. Some scenes of the movie The Monuments Men were filmed in Budapest. The James Bond film Die Another Day was shot in several locations in Budapest. Let us look at some of Hollywood stars connected to Budapest. Zsa Zsa Gabor, a Hollywood actress, best known for her roles in films such as Moulin Rouge and Lovely to Look At, was born near Budapest. Bela Lugosi, an actor best known for his portrayal of Count Dracula in the 1931 film, spent his early career in Budapest. There are many novels that are set in Budapest or feature the city prominently. Some notable examples are The Bridge of Sighs, by Olin Steinhauer, is a political thriller set in Hungary, with much of the story taking place in Budapest. The Door by Magda Szabó, a novel set in Budapest in the 1950s, depicts life in Hungary during the Soviet occupation. The Invisible Bridge by Julie Oranger is a novel about a Hungarian Jewish family during the Holocaust, including the time spent in Budapest. Many international authors have visited the city, and have written about the city or have made the city the centerpiece in their books. Arthur Koestler, Hungarian-British writer, who was born in Budapest and wrote extensively about the city, including his experiences during World War II and the Hungarian Revolution of 1956. Erno Rubik, architect and professor of architecture, who invented the Rubik's Cube, was born in Budapest. Let us look at some of the historical aspects of the city of Budapest. During the Middle Ages, Buda developed into an important political and cultural center, and in the 14th century, it became the capital of the Kingdom of Hungary. In the 15th century, the city of Pest was founded on the other side of the Danube, and the two settlements gradually grew together, forming the city of Budapest. During World War II, Budapest was occupied by the Germans and was heavily damaged by bombing. Here are some tips for tourists. It's a good idea to research and plan your itinerary before you arrive. Budapest has an extensive public transportation system, including buses, trams, and metro trains. This is a convenient and affordable way to get around the city, and you can purchase a 24 or 72-hour pass for unlimited travel. Hungarian cuisine is known for its hearty dishes, such as goulash and chimney cake. Be sure to try some of the traditional dishes while you're in the city. The best time to visit Budapest depends on your preferences and what you're looking for in a trip. However, here are some general guidelines to help you decide when to go. During spring from April to June, the weather is mild and comfortable, with temperatures averaging around 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 20 degrees Celsius. The city is also in full bloom, and the gardens and parks are beautiful. During summer from July to September, the weather is warm and sunny, with temperatures averaging around 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. This is a great time to enjoy outdoor activities such as swimming in the thermal baths and exploring the city's parks and gardens. Keep in mind that the peak tourist season is from June to September, so if you want to avoid the crowds, it's best to visit outside of those months. Also, events like the F1 Hungarian Grand Prix, which is held in July, can influence the prices and the availability of accommodation. How popular is Budapest with the tourists? In 2019, Budapest received 12.8 million tourists, of which around 5.6 million were international visitors. In 2021, the number of tourists visiting Budapest was recovering, but it still was affected by the pandemic, with around 7.5 million tourists visiting the city. Have a great trip.